Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savathutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhanvitangscha Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Deving Saraswating Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye
Jaya, Jaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Jai Ho.
Okay. Okay. So, just referring this point about Arjun in Amaravati, and Vaishampayana said, one day, knowing that Arjuna's glances were cast upon Urvashi, Vasava, calling Chitrasena to himself, addressed him in private, saying, O king of Gandharvas, I am pleased. Go thou as my messenger to that foremost of Apsaras, Urvashi, and let her wait upon that tiger of men, Falguna. Tell her, saying these words of mine, as through my instrumentality, Arjuna hath learnt all the weapons and other arts worshipped by all, so shouldst thou make him conversant with the art of acquitting oneself in female company. Thus addressed by Indra, the chief of the Gandharvas, in obedience to that command of Vasava, as Indra, soon went to Urvashi, that foremost of Apsaras, and as he saw her, she recognized him and delighted him by the welcome she offered and salutation she gave. And seated at ease, he then smilingly addressed Urvashi, who was seated at ease, saying, Let it be known, O thou of fair hips, that I have come hither dispatched by the one sole Lord of heaven, who asketh of thee a favour. He who is known among gods and men for his many inborn virtues, for his grace, behaviour, beauty of person, vows, and self-control, who is noted for might and prowess, and respected by the virtuous and ready-witted, who is endued with genius and splendid energy, and is of a forgiving temper and without malice of any kind, who have studied the four Vedas with their branches, and the Upanishads, and the Puranas also, who is endued with devotion to his preceptors, and with intellect possessed of the 8 attributes, who by his abstinence, ability, origin, and age is alone capable of protecting the celestial regions, like Mahabharata himself, who is never boastful, who showeth proper respect to all, who beholdeth the minutest things as clearly as if those were gross and large, who is sweet-speeched, who showereth divers kinds of food and drink on his friends and dependents, who is truthful, worshipped of all, eloquent, handsome, and without pride, who is kind to those devoted to him, and universally pleasing and dear to all, who is firm in promise, who is equal to even Mahendra and Varuna in respect of every desirable attributes, viz. This is Arjuna. And he's known to thee, O Urvashi. Know thou that hero is to be made to taste the joys of heaven. Commanded by Indra, let him today obtain thy feet. Do this, O amiable one, for Dhananjaya is inclined to thee. Thus addressed, Urvashi of faultless features assumed a smiling face, and receiving the words of the Gandharva with high respect, answered with a glad heart, saying, Hearing of the virtues that should adorn men, as unfolded by thee, I would bestow my favours upon anyone who happened to possess them. Why should I not then choose Arjuna as a lover? At the command of Indra, and from my friendship for thee, and moved also by the numerous virtues of Falguna, I am already under the influence of the god of love. Go thou therefore to the place thou desirest, I shall go gladly to Arjuna. Vaishampayana said, having thus sent away the Gandharva successful in his mission, Urvashi of luminous smiles, moved by the desire of possessing Falguna, took a bath, and having performed her ablutions, she decked herself in charming ornaments and splendid garlands of celestial odor. And inflamed by the god of love, and her heart pierced through and through by the shafts shot by Manmata, keeping in view the beauty of Arjuna, and her imagination wholly taken up by the thoughts of Arjuna, she mentally sported with him on a wide and excellent bed laid over with celestial sheets. And when the twilight had deepened and the moon was up, that Apsara of high hips sent out for the mansions of Arjuna. And in that mood, and with her crisp, soft, and long braids decked with bunches of flowers, she looked extremely beautiful. With her beauty and grace, and the charm of the motions of her eyebrows, and of her soft accents, and of her own moon-like face, she seemed to tread, challenging the moon himself. And as she proceeded, her deep, finely tapering bosoms, decked with a chain of gold and adored with celestial unguents and smeared with fragrant sandal paste, began to tremble. And in consequence of the weight of her bosoms, she was forced to slightly stoop forward at every step, bending her waist, exceedingly beautiful with 3 folds. And her loins of faultless shape, the elegant abode of the god of love, furnished with fair and high and round hips, and wide at their lower part as a hill, and decked with chains of gold, and capable of shaking the saintship of anchorites, being decked with thin attire, appeared highly graceful. And her feet, with fair suppressed ankles, and possessing flat soles and straight toes of the color of burnished copper, and dorsum high, that's the back, and curved like a tortoise's back, and marked by the wearing of ornaments, furnished with rows of little bells, looked exceedingly handsome. And exhilarated with a little liquor which she had taken, and excited by desire, and moving in diverse attitudes, and expressing a sensation of delight, she looked more handsome than usual. And though heaven abounded with many wonderful objects, yet when Urvashi proceeded in this manner, the Siddhas and Charanas and Gandharvas regarded her to be the handsomest object they had cast their eyes upon. And the upper half of her body, clad in an attire of fine texture and cloudy hues, she looked resplendent like a digit of the moon in the firmament, shrouded by fleecy clouds. And endued with the speed of the winds or the mind, she of luminous smiles soon reached the mansion of Falguna, the son of Pandu. And, O best of men, Urvashi of beautiful eyes, having arrived at the gate of Arjuna's abode, sent word through the keeper in attendance, and, on receiving permission, she soon entered that brilliant and charming palace. But, O monarch, upon beholding her at night in his mansion, Arjuna, with a fear-stricken heart, stepped up to receive her with respect as soon as he saw her. The son of Pratap, from modesty, closed his eyes, and, saluting her, he offered the Apsara much worship as is offered to a superior. And Arjuna said, O thou foremost of the Apsaras, I reverence thee by bending my head down. O lady, let me know thy commands. I wait upon thee as thy servant. Vaishampayana continued. Hearing these words of Falguna, Urvashi became deprived of her senses, and she soon represented unto Arjuna all that had passed between her and the Gandharva Chitrasena. And she said, O best of men, I shall tell thee all that hath passed between me and Chitrasena, and why I have come hither on account of thy coming here, O Arjuna. Mahendra had convened a large and charming assembly, in which celestial festivities were held. Unto that assembly came, O best of men, the Rudras and the Adityas and the Ashwins and the Vasus. And there came also numbers of great rishis and royal sages, and siddhas and charanas and yakshas and great nagas. And O thou of expansive eyes, the members of that assembly, resplendent as fire or the sun or the moon, having taken their seats according to rank, honor, and prowess, O son of Sakra, the Gandharvas began to strike the venas and sing charming songs of celestial melody. And, O perpetrator of the Kuru race, the principal Apsaras also commenced to dance. Then, O son of Pratar, thou hast looked upon only me with a steadfast glance. When that assembly of the celestials broke, commanded by thy father, the gods went away to their respective places, and the principal Apsaras also went away to their abodes, and others also, O slayer of foes, commanded by thy father and obtaining his leave. It was then that Chitrasena sent to me by Shakra, Indra, and arriving at my abode, O thou of eyes like lotus leaves, he addressed me, saying, O thou of the fairest complexion, I have been sent unto thee by the chief of the celestials. Do thou something that would be agreeable to Mahendra and myself, and to thyself also. O thou of fair hips, seek thou to please Arjuna, who is brave in battle like Shakra himself, and who is always possessed of magnanimity. Even those, O son of Pratar, were his words. Thus, O sinless one, commanded by him and thy father also, I come to thee in order to wait upon thee, O slayer of foes. My heart hath been attracted by thy virtues. I am already under influence of the god of love, and, O hero, even this is my wish, and I have cherished it forever. Vaishampayana continued, while in heaven, hearing her speak in this strain, Arjuna was overcome with bashfulness, and shutting his ears with his hands, he said, O blessed lady, fie on my sense of hearing when thou speakest thus to me. For thou, of beautiful face, thou art certainly equal in my estimation unto the wife of a superior, even as Kunti of high fortune, or Sachi, the queen of Indra, art thou to me, O auspicious one. Of this there is no doubt. That I have gazed particularly at thee, O blessed one, is true. There was a reason for it. I shall truly tell it to thee, O thou of luminous smiles. In the assembly I gazed at thee with eyes expanded in delight, thinking, even this blooming lady is the mother of the Kaurava race. O blessed Apsara, it behoved thee not to entertain other feelings towards me, for thou art superior to my superiors, being the parent of my race. Hearing these words of Arjuna, Urvashi answered, saying, O son of the chief of the celestials, we Apsaras are free and unconfined in our choice. It behoveth thee not, therefore, to esteem me as thy superior. The sons and grandsons of Puru's race that have come hither in consequence of ascetic merit do all sport with us, without incurring any sin. Relent, therefore, O hero, it behoveth thee not to send me away. I am burning with desire. I am devoted to thee. Accept me, O thou giver of proper respect. Arjuna replied, O beautiful lady of features perfectly faultless, listen. I truly tell thee, let the four directions and the transverse directions, let also the gods listen, O sinless one. As Kunti or Madri or Sachi is to me, so art thou the parent of my race, an object of reverence to me. Return, O thou of the fairest complexion. I bend my head unto thee and prostrate myself at thy feet. Thou deservest my worship as my own mother, and it behoveth thee to protect me as a son. Vaishampayana continued, thus addressed by Partha, Urvashi was deprived of her senses by wrath. Trembling with rage and contracting her brows, she cursed Arjuna, saying, since thou disregardest a woman, come to thy mansion at the command of thy father and of her own motion, a woman, besides, who is pierced by shafts of Kama. Therefore, O Partha, thou shalt have to pass thy time among females, unregarded and as a dancer, and destitute of mankind, and scorned as a eunuch. Vaishampayana continued, having cursed Arjuna thus, Urvashi's lips still quivered in anger, herself breathing heavily all the while. And she soon returned to her own abode, and that slayer of foes, Arjuna, also sought Chitrasena without loss of time, and having found him, he told him all that had passed between him and Urvashi in the night. And he told Chitrasena everything as it had happened, repeatedly referring to the curse pronounced upon him. And Chitrasena also represented everything unto Shakra, which is Indra, and Harivahana, calling his son unto himself in private, and consoling him in sweet words, smilingly said, O thou best of beings, having obtained thee, O child, Partha hath today become truly blessed, mother. O mighty armed one, thou hast now vanquished even rishis by their patience and self-control. But, O giver of proper respect, the curse that Urvashi has denounced upon thee will be to thy benefit, O child, and stand thee in good stead, O sinless one. You will have on earth to pass the 13th year of your exile, unknown to all. It is then that thou shalt suffer the curse of Urvashi, and having passed 1 year as a dancer without manhood, thou shalt regain thy power as upon the expiration of the term. Thus, addressed by Shakra, that slayer of hostile heroes, Falguna, experienced great delight and ceased to think of the curse. And Dhananjaya, the son of Pandu, sported in the regions of heavens with the Gandharva Chitrasena of great celebrity. The desires of the man that listened to this history of the son of Pandu never run after lustful ends. The foremost of men, by listening to this account of the awfully pure conduct of Falguna, the son of the Lord of the Celestials, become void of pride and arrogance and wrath and other faults, and ascending to heaven, sport there in bliss. And that's the point where the next chapter is about Rishi Lomasa arriving, which of course we had started last week.
Wow. So God, Arjuna, she's so, who could resisted her? You know, and it was kind of unusual why Arjuna did. I still haven't quite got it, why he did, because normally he would have gone for it. So is there a hidden story behind why he resisted? Is he was just trying to be the pure, who was he honoring?
No, well, because if Indra is his father, right?
Yeah.
For one thing. So and she's you know, she's it's like, even though she's an Apsara, but she's his, you know, in so in that sense, you know, it's like she's his mother.
I
the
relationship,
I didn't even though get she's that. The most beautiful, you know, most alluring, but he's saying it by family.
That's what was kind of implied, no?
Yeah.
I didn't get. Sorry, I didn't quite get that link.
Ooh,
I was just seeing her as his dancing girl, not his mistress.
But he's seeing her as his mother.
I know,
and the equal respect that he would show his mother, or
thank you.
Yeah, like that.
I didn't understand. Now you've cleared my thing. Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
So,
and also, Roger just reminded me, she was the wife of Pururavas for a while, and had offspring through him, and he was like the founder of the dynasty.
Right.
So he's like a mother.
Right.
She's like a mother to him. So that would enrage her.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, wow. That's what he made that reference, didn't he, about mother of the race.
So do they ever meet up and make up, and do they meet up somewhere, or does it ever happen again, the encounter? That's one off.
That's it, yeah.
So this is the famous, okay. Interesting. I didn't know.
But I was surprised that it was left out of the Debroy version.
Yeah.
Why do you think so? Interesting.
It may be that Victorian prudery coming.
Yeah, maybe it's a bit too rude.
Yeah.
No, but it's in fact in
Suggestive.
Ganguli's, which is Victorian.
That's right.
Not in
Well,
Bibek's.
the reason is because Bibek Debroy is using a different recension. He's using the critical edition, and the critical edition, the scholars of the critical edition deem that chapter as an accretion later added. And you can see, probably if you analyze it, you can see it varies in its style and diction.
Well, it was very, very, God, I mean, the amount of descriptions they went into. Yeah, I was just thinking, whoever writes this is getting off on it. I mean, why would you how could you be a celibate male and write that? Let's put it.
Easy.
If you were, then you're totally in denial of who you are, because you're obviously writing that and getting off on it. I mean, it's
Not necessarily. Not everybody is.
well,
like
getting
that.
off, when I say getting off in aesthetic rapture at the beauty of her form, one could be get all Ruskin-esque if one wanted to. But
Yeah.
basically, when you read it, it's very, I mean, is there anything like that in the Bible talking about a woman? No.
Well, there is very little, but some.
Now look, I mean, it goes everything: the thinness of the waist, the weight of the breast, the thing. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. There's some heavy focus on the detail of the feminine form. And
Well, that might be another reason why the scholars of the critical edition thought to leave it out.
They were a bit agitated themselves. They said, I say that's a bit risque. We better not share that one. People will get their rocks off.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me, pardon me. And Subhash has joined us from Delhi, so we better be on our best behaviour. Thank you, Subhash.
So, do you know where we're up to then? It's chapter 347 on page 414.
Okay, 1 minute.
The last paragraph of the previous chapter, Yudhisthira said, "O best among eloquent ones, I wish to hear in detail the account of that great-souled Nala. Please tell it to me." Right.
Okay, I've got that one.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So yeah, that's where it ended.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Brihad Ashwa said. Brihad Ashwa is the rishi that came there, and he's telling the story.
Where did he remind us how he got there and where there is?
They're at Kamyaka in the forest, and they're feeling upset, and they're missing Arjuna and all that. So this rishi comes to tell them, to console them somewhat. He's going to tell them a story about somebody else who lost everything through gambling.
Okay, now I'm with you. And it's really sad. You can really feel they're really missing Arjuna.
Yeah.
Arjuna's going off and having all of these things going on. Okay, we're back with you. Okay. Thank you.
So Brihad Ashwa said, "There was a strong king named Nala, the son of Virasena. He had all the good qualities and was handsome. He was skilled with horses. He stood at the head of all the kings among men, like the king of the gods. He was supreme to everyone and had energy like that of the sun. This brave king of the Nishadas was learned in the Vedas and devoted to Brahmanas. He was truthful and commanded a great Akshohini. He loved dice. Beautiful women desired him. He was generous and had control over his senses. He was a protector and supreme among archers. He was like Manu himself. Like him, there was in Vidarbha Bhima, whose valor was terrible. He was brave and had all the qualities. He had no offspring and desired to have offspring. For the sake of offspring, with fixedness of purpose, he made every endeavor. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, a Brahmarishi named Damana came to him. O Indra among kings, Bhima desired offspring and was knowledgeable about Dharma. With his wife, he offered homage to the greatly resplendent one and satisfied him. Gratified, Damana conferred a boon on him and his wife, a gem among daughters, and 3 generous and extremely famous sons, Damayanti, Dama, Danta, and the immensely resplendent Damana. They had all the qualities, and all of them were fearful and terrible in valor. Damayanti was beautiful, energetic, famous, and fortunate. The slender-waisted one obtained fame in the world because of her good fortune. When she came of age,
Sorry, what does Bhima mean in this context?
this Bhima is just the name of this king who lived in Vidarbha, and he wanted offspring, and so he got 4: a daughter Damayanti and 3 sons, Dama, Danta,
sorry,
Dama.
I've just seen it. Sorry for the interruption.
Okay. They had all the qualities, and all of them were fearful and terrible in valor. Damayanti was beautiful, energetic, famous, and fortunate. The slender-waisted one obtained fame in the world because of her good fortune. When she came of age, hundreds of ornamented slave girls and friends waited on her, like Sachi herself. Among them, Bhima's daughter, adorned in all the ornaments and flawless in her limbs, shone like a flash of lightning. She was extremely beautiful, and her large eyes were like those of Shri. Such a beautiful one had not been seen or heard of before among gods, yakshas, men, or others. The beautiful lady disturbed the minds of the gods themselves. Nala, tiger among men, was unsurpassed on earth. He was so handsome that he was like Kandarpa personified. In wonder, they repeatedly praised Nala in her presence, and Damayanti before the king of Nishada. They praised, so she was being praised before him, and he was being praised before her. Having incessantly heard about each other's qualities, they desired each other, though they had not seen each other. O Kaunteya, that desire for the other became very strong. Nala became incapable of holding that desire in his heart. He retired alone to a grove near the inner quarters. There he saw swans whose wings were golden. As they were roaming in the grove, he grasped one bird. Then that roamer of the sky spoke to Nala, "O king, do not kill me. I will do that which will bring you pleasure. O king of the Nishadas, I will speak about you in Damayanti's presence, so that she never thinks of any other man but you." Having been thus addressed, the king freed the swan, and the swans ascended and flew to Vidarbha. Having arrived at the city of Vidarbha, the birds descended from the sky before Damayanti, and she saw them. On seeing those extraordinarily beautiful roamers of the sky, and surrounded by her friends, she happily wished to grasp them. The swans spread in different directions in that beautiful grove. Each lady then ran after a particular swan. The swan that Damayanti pursued took her to a secluded area and then addressed Damayanti in human language. "O Damayanti, there is a king of the Nishadas by the name of Nala. He is like the Ashwins in beauty, and there is none equal to him. O beautiful one, O slender-waisted one, if you become his wife, your birth and your beauty will become successful. We have seen gods, Gandharvas, men, serpents, and Rakshasas, but we have never seen one like him. One like him has not been seen before. You are a jewel among women. Nala is supreme among men. The union of the special with the special has all the qualities. O Lord of the earth, thus did the swan speak to Damayanti, and she replied to the swan, speak this way to Nala. O Lord of earth, the one who was born from an egg, accordingly promised the lady from Vidarbha. He returned to Nishada and told Nala everything. 348. Brihadasura said, O descendant of the Bharata lineage, having heard the words of the swan on account of Nala, Damayanti no longer had control over herself. Thinking about this, she became dejected, pale of complexion and thin. Damayanti became prone to sighing deeply. She would cast her glance up at the sky. She looked like one demented. She found no pleasure in her bed, in her seats, or in enjoyment. She did not rest during the day or the night, and continuously lamented and wept. Her friends saw her state and her form, and knew from the signs that she was ill. O Lord of men, Damayanti's crowd of friends reported this to the king of Vidarbha. They recounted her state. On hearing about this from Damayanti's crowd of friends, King Bhima began to think about the great task that he would have to perform for his daughter's sake. The king reflected on this and decided that his daughter had attained maturity. He saw that his task was to organize a Swayamvara for Damayanti. O Lord of the earth, O illustrious one, he invited all the brave lords of the earth to attend the Swayamvara. On hearing that Damayanti's Swayamvara would be held, on Bhima's instructions, all the kings came to King Bhima. The earth was filled with the roar of elephants, horses, and chariots. Those great-souled kings could be seen with their decorated armies, bedecked in colourful garlands and ornaments. At this time, the two supreme and ancient rishis, the great-souled Narada and Parvata, who were greatly rigid in their vows, were roaming around, and those great-souled ones went to Indra's world. They entered the palace of the king of the gods and were received with homage. The Lord with the 1,000 eyes worshipped them and asked them about their welfare, their health, and about everything else. Narada said, O Lord, O God, O illustrious one, O Magavan, we are well in every respect. The entire world is well, and so are the kings. Hearing the words of Narada, the slayer of Bala and Vritra asked, the righteous lords of the earth give up their lives in fighting. When the time for death arrives through weapons, they go towards it without hesitation. This eternal world is theirs, and every object of desire, as it is for me. But I no longer see those brave Kshatriyas. Why do those kings no longer come to me as my beloved guests? Thus addressed by Shakra, Narada replied, O illustrious one, listen as to why these lords of earth can no longer be seen. The king of Vidarbha has a famous daughter by the name of Damayanti. In her beauty, she surpasses all the women on earth. O Shakra, her Swayamvara is due to take place soon. All the kings and the princes are going there. O destroyer of Bala and Vritra, all the kings crave for this jewel of the world and desire her immensely. When they were conversing thus, the lords of the world, together with Agni, all supreme among the immortals, came before the king of the gods. All of them then heard the great words that Narada spoke. On hearing these words, they happily said that they would go too. O great king, with their followers and with their vehicles, all of them went to Vidarbha, where all the lords of the earth had gone. O Kaunteya, on hearing about that gathering of kings, King Nala also set out, happy in his heart and with his mind fixed on Damayanti. On their way, the gods saw Nala on the ground. He was like Manmata, Cupid, personified in his richness of beauty. The Lokapalas saw that he was as resplendent as the sun. They wondered at the richness of his beauty and forgot about their resolution. The gods stopped their vimanas in the sky and descending from the sky addressed the king of the Nishadas. O Nala, O Nishada, O Indra among kings, you are always devoted to the truth. O supreme among men, help us and become our messenger. 349. Brihadashra said, O descendant of the Bharata lineage, Nala gave his promise to do so. He then joined his hands in salutation and asked them, Who are you? Who desires that I should be his messenger? What is the task that I am required to perform? Tell me in detail. Thus addressed by Nishada, Magavan replied, Know that we are the immortals and that we have come here for Damayanti's sake. I am Indra. This is Agni. This is the Lord of the waters. O king, this is Yama, who brings an end to human bodies. Go and tell Damayanti that the Lokapalas, together with Indra, are arriving with a desire to see her. The gods, Shakra, Agni, Varuna, and Yama wish to obtain her. She should choose one of these gods for her husband. Thus addressed by Shakra, Nala joined his hands in salutation and requested them not to send him for this purpose, as he had the same objective. The gods replied, O Nishada, you have already promised to do our bidding. O Nishada, how can you then fail to do what we ask? Go immediately. Thus addressed by the gods, Nishada again replied, How can I enter a palace that is guarded so well? Shakra again told him that he would be able to enter. Having been thus addressed, he went to Damayanti's residence. There he saw the daughter of Vidarbha surrounded by a crowd of friends. She was radiant in her form and fortune and was supremely beautiful. Her limbs were extremely delicate. Her waist was slender and her eyes were beautiful. In her radiance she seemed to dim the light of the moon. On seeing the sweet smiling one, his desire increased, but bearing in mind the promise that he had given, he restrained his wishes. The beautiful ladies were bewildered on seeing Nishada. They arose from their seats, overcome by his energy. Astounded, but extremely delighted, they praised Nala. But they did not say anything to him. They only thought about it in their own minds. What beauty, what radiance, what fortitude exist in this great-souled one? Who is he? Is he a god, a yaksha, or a Gandharva? The beautiful ladies were overcome by his energy and were bashful. They were not able to speak a single word to him. Damayanti was also struck with wonder, but she smilingly spoke to the brave Nala, who was also smiling. Who are you? All your limbs are flawless and you are increasing my desire. O brave one, O unblemished one, you have arrived like an immortal. I wish to know how you have entered. How is it that you have not been noticed? On the strict instructions of the king, my palace is guarded well. Having been thus addressed by the daughter of Vidarbha, Nala replied, O fortunate one, know me to be Nala. I have come here as a messenger of the gods. The gods, Shakra, Agni, Varuna, and Yama, wish to obtain you. O beautiful one, choose one of those gods as your husband. It is through their influence that I have been able to enter unnoticed. When I entered, no one saw me, and no one restrained me. O fortunate one, it is for this purpose that I have been sent by the supreme among the gods. O beautiful one, having heard this, make up your mind about what you wish to do. I'll go on a bit more, shall I? Brihadashra said, yes. She bowed to the gods and smilingly told Nala, O king, what can I do for you? Tell me with love and respect. I and whatever riches I possess are all yours. O Lord, show me love with respect. O king, I have been tormented by the words of the swan. O brave one, it is for your sake that I have assembled the kings here. O one who shows respect, I love you. If you reject me, for your sake I will have to find refuge with poison, fire, water, or the rope. Thus addressed by the daughter of Vidarbha, Nala replied, How do you desire a man when the lords of the worlds are here? I am not equal to the dust on the feet of those great-souled lords, the creators of the worlds. Turn your mind towards them, O mortal one mortal one who causes displeasure to the gods, wishes for death. O beautiful and unblemished one, therefore save me by choosing from the supreme among the gods. Then the sweet smiling Damayanti, whose voice was choked with tears, replied to King Nala in soft words, O Lord of men, I see a way that will bring no sin. O King, then no evil will be attached to you. O best of men, you and all the gods with Indra at the forefront must come together where my Swayamvara takes place. O Lord of men, O tiger among men, there, in the presence of the lords of the world, I will choose you, and no sin will be attached to you. O Lord of the earth, thus addressed by the daughter of Vidarbha, King Nala returned to where the gods had assembled. The lords of the worlds, together with their lord, saw him return. On seeing him, they asked him about everything that had happened. The gods asked, O king, did you see the sweet smiling Damayanti? O king, O unblemished one, tell us everything that she said. Nala replied, As instructed by you, I entered Damayanti's palace. It had large and excellent rooms and was surrounded by elderly guards with staffs. When I entered, because of your energy, no man saw me except for the daughter of the king. I saw her friends, and they saw me too. O Lord of the gods, all of them were astounded on seeing me. I told the one with the beautiful face everything about you, O supreme among the gods, but she has set her heart on me and will choose me. The lady said, O best of men, let all the gods come with you to my Swayamvara. O supreme among men, O mighty armed one, I will then choose you in their presence, and no sin will be attached to you. O lords of the 30, I have related to you exactly what occurred there, but it is for you to decide what should be done. Hello? Is anybody there?
I'll keep
What's
going
all
if Bibek's not there.
All right, all right.
I'm here. I'm here. No, I'm here.
Oh,
I
There
am
you go.
bloody here. I was just getting some biscuits and double cream.
Right.
No, that
Well,
was incredible. That was God, Nala, what a difficult position to be in.
what a dude, though. What a
But-
dude.
Yeah, but what a handsome man he must be. I mean, she doesn't want all these old fuddy-duddy gods. She wants a young kid on the block, you know.
Right.
Who's
Well,
so
carry
humble.
on.
Yeah. No,
Have you got the page?
I just missed you. Which page is it now?
It's 420, and
I've
it's
got it.
chapter 3, chapter,
53.
no, 351.
Oh, that one. Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna. I'm gonna wait a minute. Just put. Oops. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Brihadashva said, when the auspicious time and the sacred day and moment arrived, King Bhima summoned all the lords of the earth to the Swayamvara. On hearing this, all the lords of the earth, oppressed by love, swiftly went there, hoping to win Damayanti. The kings entered the large arena decorated with golden pillars and beautiful gates, like lions entering a mountain. All the lords of the earth seated themselves on various seats, all of them adorned with fragrant garlands and dazzling earrings encrusted with gems. That arena was filled with kings like Bhogavati with serpents, or a cave in a mountain with tigers. Okay, it's the capital of the Nagas. Their broad arms were seen to be like clubs, well formed and with auspicious marks. Like 5-headed serpents, their hair was beautiful and their noses were handsome. With these, the faces of the king were as resplendent as stars in the firmament. Then the fair-faced Damayanti entered the arena, and her radiance stole the eyes and the hearts of the kings. On whatever part of her body the sight of those great-souled ones happened to fall first, their glances remained fixed there without straying away. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, when the names of the kings were being recounted, Bhima's daughter saw 5 men who were identical in appearance. On seeing all of them there, undifferentiated in appearance, Vidarbha's daughter was doubtful about which one of them was King Nala. Whichever one she looked at seemed to be King Nala. Thus the beautiful one reflected and debated in her mind. How will I know which are the gods, and how will I know which is King Nala? Vidarbha's daughter thought in this way and was afflicted with grief. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, as she debated in this way, she remembered what she had learned about the marks of the gods. I have heard from the elders about the marks of the gods, but when they are established on the ground in this way, those cannot be besieged. Having decided this and having reflected on this in many ways, she resolved that the time had come to seek refuge with the gods. Having shown homage to the gods in mind and words, she joined her hands in salutation before the gods and said in a trembling voice, on hearing the words of the swan, I have chosen the Nishada to be my husband. If those words are true, then let the gods direct me towards him. I have never deviated in my mind and my speech. If this is true, then let the gods direct me towards him. If it is true that the gods themselves have decided that the king of Nishada should be my husband, then let the gods direct me towards him. The lords of the worlds and the great gods should display their own forms so that I may know King Punya Shloka, O descendant of the Bharata lineage. on hearing Damayanta's piteous lamentation and determining that she was supremely in love with Nishada, pure in mind, intelligence, and devotion and love, the gods did what she had asked for and revealed themselves in their abilities to bear marks. She then saw all the gods without sweat and fixed glances. Their garlands were untouched by dust, and they stood there without touching the ground. She also saw Nishada touching the ground, and with his shadow next to him. His garland was faded with dust, and he was perspiring. He was also identified by the blinking of his eyes. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, she saw the gods, and she also saw Punya Shloka, Nishada. In accordance with Dharma, Bhima's daughter chose him. Bashfully, the large-eyed one touched the end of his garment and placed an extremely beautiful garland around his shoulders. Thus did the beautiful one choose him as her husband. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, at that the assembled kings suddenly let out signs of lamentations. But the gods and the Maharishis uttered cries of approval and, struck with wonder, spoke words praising King Nala. When Bhima's daughter chose Nishada, all the immensely energetic lords of the worlds were delighted. Together they gave Nala 8 boons. Such his husband Chakra happily gave Nala the boon that he would be able to see him at sacrifices and would attain the supreme of sacred goals, and gave him the boon that he would be present wherever Nishada desired it. Hutashana gave him what? Hutashana? 97. Agni. Hutashana gave him words that was resplendent as he himself. Yama gave him the capacity to taste the essence of food and supreme establishment in Dharma. The Lord of the Water promised to be present whenever Nishada desired, and also gave a fragrant garland. Thus did each give 2 boons. Having granted these boons, the gods returned to the world of the gods. Having witnessed Damayanti's wedding in great wonder, the kings were extremely happy and returned whence they had come. O king, having obtained a gem among women, King Punyashloka pleasured with her, like the slayer of Bala and Vitra with Shachi. The king was extremely happy and as resplendent as the sun. He pleased his subjects by protecting them in accordance with the Dharma of the brave. Like Yayati, the son of Nahusha, he performed Ashwamedha and many other sacrifices, offering large quantities of gifts. With Damayanti, Nala, like an immortal, again pleasured himself in woods, in groves full of flowers. That lord of men sacrificed and sported thus. The lord of the earth protected the earth and all its treasures. I'll just read the next short one, then you can come in, Kanai. Brihadashva said, after Bhima's daughter had chosen Nishada, and the immensely energetic lords of the worlds were returning, they saw Dwarpara together with Kali. On seeing Kali, Shakra, the slayer of Bala and Vritra, asked him, O Kali, tell me where you are going with Dwarpara. Then Kali told Chakra, I am going to Damayanti Swayamvara. My mind has gone out to her. On going there, I will choose her. Indra smilingly told him, the Swayamvara is over. In our presence, she has chosen King Nala as her husband. Thus addressed by Chakra, Kali was struck with rage. He spoke to all the gods and uttered these words. In the midst of all the gods, she has chosen a man as her husband. Because of that, she certainly deserves severe chastisement. When Kali spoke out in this fashion, the gods replied, it is with our sanction that Damayanti has chosen Nala. Since he possesses all the qualities, who would not choose King Nala? He knows everything about Dharma and observes all the vows. Truth, perseverance, generosity, austerity, purity, self-control, and pacification can be found in him. It is certain that this king, tiger among men, is the equal of the gods of the worlds, O Kali. Such are the qualities of Nala. The deluded one who wishes to curse him only curses himself and kills himself. He suffers difficulties and immerses himself in a bottomless and great hell without any means of crossing it. Thus speaking to Kali and Dwapara, the gods left for heaven. When the gods have departed, Kali told Dwapara, "O Dwapara, I cannot control my anger. I will take possession of Nala. I will dislodge him from his kingdom. He will not be able to sport with Bhima's daughter. Help me by entering the dice." Whoa, that was a little dark, little sinister thing, isn't it? Okay, so that's a great in the plot. That's a great da-da,
Yeah,
da-da.
yeah.
Great. Over to you, Kamai. Great.
353. Brihadashva said, having made this agreement with Dvapara, Kali went to the place where the king of the Nishadas was. Always looking for an opportunity to enter, he lived in the land of the Nishadas. So there's a footnote here, I'll read it. An opportunity to enter, meaning enter Nala's body. An act of sin would permit Kali to enter Nala's body and make Nala addictive towards gambling and dice. End of that footnote. After staying there for 12 years, Kali found his chance. After having passed urine and touching water, Nishada performed the evening ceremony without purifying himself by washing his feet first. Then Kali possessed him. Having possessed Nala, he went to Pushkara and told him. So Pushkara was Nala's brother. The word Pushkara also means intoxication. So Kali told him, "Come and play dice with Nala. With my help, you are certain to vanquish Nala in a game of dice. O king, having vanquished King Nala, win over the Nishada kingdom." Thus addressed by Kali, Pushkara went to Kali. Kali went to Pushkara and became a bull among cows. No, never mind that. Pushkara, the destroyer of enemy warriors, went to the brave Nala and repeatedly asked his brother to play dice with the bull. The footnote there. The bull is the dice with Kali inside it. At that, the great-souled king was incapable of refusing the challenge. Although Vidarbha's daughter looked on, he decided that the time for setting a stake had come. Vidarbha's daughter looked on. Vidarbha's daughter is Damayanti. Having been possessed by Kali, Nala then lost his silver, his gold, his vehicles, his yokes, and his garments. So crazy was he about the dice that none of his well-wishers could make him refrain from his insensible craving for gambling. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, all the citizens and all the advisors came to see the king so as to restrain the afflicted one. Then the suitor came and told Damayanti. This suitor, footnote, this suitor is Nala's charioteer Varshnaya. In the footnote, he came and told Damayanti, all the citizens are waiting at the gate with a specific purpose. Nishada should be told the reason why all the subjects have assembled. They know that the king is learned in Dharma and Artha. They are miserable at his addiction. At that, Bhima's daughter was oppressed with distress. Her mind was overcome by grief. In a voice choked with tears, she told Nishada, O king, the citizens are waiting at the gate with a desire to see you. They are accompanied by the advisors, and all of them are driven by devotion to the king. They wish to see you. She said this repeatedly, but the king was possessed by Kali and did not reply at all to the slim-waisted and bright-eyed one who was lamenting. Then all the citizens and all the advisors decided that his standing was gone. In shame and misery, they returned home. O Yudhishthir, In this way, the gambling between Pushkara and Nala went on for several months. Punyashloka kept on losing. 354. Brihadashva said, Then Damayanti saw that King Punyashloka had lost his senses, and because of the gambling was like one maddened. O king, but Bhima's daughter was not mad and was overcome by fear and grief. She thought about the great task that should be performed for the sake of the king. She was alarmed at his sin and wished to ensure his welfare. On seeing that Nala had lost all his possessions, she told her nurse, O Brihatsena, as if on Nala's instructions, go and bring all the advisors here. Go and tell them what objects have been lost and what riches still remain. Having heard of Nala's summons, all the advisors remarked that their misfortune might have been reversed and returned. Thus all the subjects arrived for a second time, and when Bhima's daughter reported this, he still did not reply. On seeing that her husband did not utter a single sentence in reply, Damayanti was overcome by shame and returned again to her house. When she learnt that the dice were always being unfavorable towards Punyashloka and that Nala had lost all his possessions, she told her nurse, O Brihatsena, O fortunate one, as if on Nala's instructions, go again and bring the suitor Varshneya here. A great task has to be performed. On hearing what Damayanti had said, Brihatsena summoned Varshneya through reliable servants. Bhima's unblemished daughter was well versed about place and time. She knew that the time had come. She told Varshneya in a soft voice, You know that the king has always behaved properly towards you. Now that his moment of distress has arrived, you should help him. The more the king is defeated by Pushkara, the more his addiction towards gambling grows. The dice behave as if in Pushkara's control. Nala's destruction through the dice is thus seen. He does not listen to the sentences of his well-wishers and relatives, as he should. I think that nothing will be left of the great-souled Nishada. The king is so intoxicated that he does not welcome my words either. O charioteer, I have sought refuge with you. Act in accordance with my words. My mind is not peaceful, in case he is destroyed. Yoke Nala's beloved steeds that have the speed of thought, and taking the twins, go to Kundina. The twins are Nala and Damayanti's son and daughter in the footnote. And Kundina in the footnote is the capital of Vidarbha. That is Damayanti's father's capital. End of footnote. Leave the horses, the chariot, and the children there with my relatives. Then stay there if you wish, or go elsewhere. Varshneya, Nala's charioteer, told Nala's chief advisors about Damayanti's words. O Lord of the earth, they met, decided, and gave their permission. He placed the twins on the chariot and left for Vidarbha. The suitor left the horses and the excellent chariot there, and also the daughter Indrasena and the son Indrasena. Distressed and unhappy, he informed King Bhima about King Nala. He then roamed around and went to the city of Ayodhya. Extremely miserable, he presented himself to King Rituparna and was employed by the king as a charioteer. 355. Brihadashva said, After Varshneya left, because of Punyashloka's gambling, Pushkara robbed him of his kingdom and whatever other riches remained. O king, when Nala had lost his kingdom, Pushkara laughingly told him, Let our gambling continue, but What else do you have left as stake? Damayanti alone is left to you. Everything else has been won by me. If you think it proper, let Damayanti be your stake now." Thus addressed by Pushkara, Punyashloka was enraged. His heart seemed to be rent asunder, and he said nothing in reply. Then the immensely famous Nala was driven by great anger. He looked at Pushkara and took off the ornaments from everywhere on his body. He wore only a single garment and was unclothed, increasing the misery of his well-wishers. Then, discarding his great prosperity, the king went out. Damayanti followed him, also attired in a single garment. With her, Nishada spent 3 nights outside. Footnote, that means outside the city. Another footnote. "O great king, Pushkara had an announcement made in the city. I will put to death anyone who sides with Nala. O Yudhisthira, because of Pushkara's words and because of his hatred, none of the citizens displayed any homage towards him." That's, oh. In the footnote, that's him is Nala. "Thus, though he was deserving of respect, he received no respect, though he was near the city. The king lived there for 3 nights, surviving only on water. After several days had passed, Nala began to suffer from hunger. He saw some birds, and their plumage seemed to be made of gold. The powerful lord of Nishada began to think that this would be his food now, and also his riches. He then covered them with the garment he was wearing. All of them grasped that garment and ascended into the sky. When they rose up, the birds saw Nala standing on the ground, naked, miserable, and with his face downcast. They uttered these words, "O greatly foolish one, we are the dice. We came here to take away your garment, for we would have found no pleasure had you gone away with your garment." On seeing the dice depart and himself naked, King Punyashloka told Damayanti, "O unblemished one, these are the ones whose wrath robbed me of my riches. I cannot find a means of livelihood. I am miserable and hungry. Because of them, those of the Nishada kingdom show me no homage. They have now become birds and have robbed me of my garment. I am your husband and face this great calamity. I am miserable and have lost my senses. Listen to my words, because they are for your own welfare. There are many roads here that head in a southern direction. They pass Avanti and Mount Rikshavat. There is a great mountain range of Vindhya and the river Payoshni that flows into the ocean. There are the hermitages of Maharishis, with a lot of flowers and fruit. This road leads to Vidarbha, and that one goes to Koshala. Beyond them, towards the south, is the region of Dakshinapata. Footnote, the southern part of India, the region of the Deccan. And the footnote. Damayanti was oppressed by grief, and her voice was choked with tears. She spoke these piteous words to Nishada. "O king, my heart trembles and my limbs are going numb, as I repeatedly think about your resolution. You have lost your kingdom. You have lost your riches. You are naked, hungry, and fatigued. How can I leave you in this secluded forest and leave? O great king, when you are fatigued and hungry and think about your earlier happiness in this terrible forest, I will reduce your misery. I tell you truthfully, it is the view of physicians that for all kinds of misery, there is no medicine that is equal to a wife. Nala replied. O Damayanti, O slim-waisted one, what you have said is certainly true. When a man is in misery, there is no medicine or friend equal to a wife. O timid one, why are you afraid? I do not wish to abandon you. O unblemished one, I would abandon myself before abandoning you. Damayanti said, O great king, if you did not wish to abandon me, why did you point out the road that leads in the direction of Vidarbha? O king, I also know that you should not abandon me. O lord of the earth, but since your mind is deluded, you might choose to do that. O supreme among men, you have repeatedly pointed out the road to me. O one with the radiance of immortals, that is the reason my sorrow is increasing. O king, if it is your intention that I go to Vidarbha, then if you so desire, let us go there together. O one who shows respect, the king of Vidarbha will show you homage. O king, honored by him, you will dwell happily in our house. I'll read up to 357, so you can prepare to get ready if that's okay. 356. Nala said, there is no doubt that your father's kingdom is my own, but I will never go there in these difficult circumstances. There was a time when I went there in my prosperity and increased your happiness. How can I go in my misery and increase your unhappiness? Brihadashva said. Thus King Nala repeatedly spoke to Damayanti. He comforted the fortunate one, now covered in only half her garment. In the footnote, Damayanti had shared her garment with Nala. With only a single garment between them, they roamed here and there. They were hungry, thirsty, and fatigued, and eventually arrived at a public dwelling house. Footnote. The word used is sabha. This means an assembly hall or council. It also means a place where gambling occurs, but it is also generally used for any place frequented by the public. End of footnote. On reaching that dwelling house, the king, who was the lord of Nishada, sat down with the daughter of Vidarbha on the bare ground. He was naked and filthy. His hair was disheveled, and he was covered with dust. He was tired. With Damayanti, he slept on the ground. The fortunate and delicate Damayanti, devoted to austerities, had suddenly been overtaken by misfortune. She slept. O Lord of the earth, as Damayanti slept, King Nala could not sleep, as he had slept earlier, because his mind was agitated with grief. He thought about the loss of his kingdom and the desertion by all his well-wishers and the difficulties in the forest. He kept thinking about these. What will happen from my acting in this way? What will happen from my not acting in this way? Is it better for me to die, or should I abandon her? She is devoted to me and has suffered this unhappiness for my sake. But without me, it is possible that she might go to her relatives. If she is with me, this Supreme One will certainly confront more unhappiness. But if I desert her, it is possible that she might find happiness. The Lord of Men reflected on these repeatedly in many ways. Then he decided that it would be superior if he deserted Damayanti. Realizing that he had no garments and that she had only a single garment, the king thought that he would tear her garment in half. But how could one tear the garment without the beloved one waking up? Thinking thus, King Nala began to wander around that dwelling house. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, Nala walked here and there. Then, Near that dwelling house, he found an excellent and unsheathed sword. That scorcher of enemies used it to slice off half the garment. Leaving the daughter of Vidarbha asleep, he swiftly went away, bereft of his consciousness. But his heart was tied to her, and he returned again to the dwelling house. On seeing Damayanti there, the king of Nishada wept. My beloved one was earlier not seen by the wind or the sun. She is now sleeping, without any protection, on the ground of this dwelling house. The sweet smiling one is clad in a sliced off garment. When she regains consciousness, the one with the beautiful hips will be like one maddened. What will she do? Alone and deserted by me, how will this faithful and beautiful daughter of Bhima roam in this terrible forest, frequented by animals and predators? Departing again and again, King Nala returned to the dwelling house again and again. He was drawn away by Kali, but was drawn back by his love. It seemed as if the heart of the miserable one was divided into two. Like a swing, it went to the dwelling house and back from it. But Nala was attracted by Kali and deluded. Lamenting piteously many times, he deserted his sleeping wife. Touched by Kali, his soul was tainted, and without thinking about it, the king went away, abandoning his miserable wife in that deserted forest. Anyone else ready to take over?
Yeah.
Jai.
Okay.
Damn it, man.
Brishadvasha said, 357. Brishadvasha said, when King Nala had departed, Damayanti awoke, having overcome her fatigue. The one with the beautiful hips was terrified in that deserted forest. She could not see her husband and was immersed in sorrow and misery. Frightened because of Nishada, she cried out loud, O great king! O protector! O great king! O Lord! Why did you forsake me? I am dead. I am destroyed. I am terrified in this deserted forest. O great king! You have always been knowledgeable in Dharma. You have always spoken the truth. How could you have uttered a falsehood? While I was asleep, how could you have forsaken me in this forest? Why have you departed, abandoning a wife who was obedient and devoted to you, especially when she has caused you no harm? You have been wronged by your enemies, O Lord of men. In earlier times, you had uttered some words in the presence of the Lord of the worlds. How can you possibly make them come true? O bull among men, there has been enough of this jest. Let it not go any further. O invincible one, I am terrified. O Lord, show yourself to me. O King, I have seen you. I have seen you. O Nishada, stay here. I have seen you hidden behind the creepers. Why don't you reply to me? O Indra among kings, you are cruel. O King, you see me lamenting in this state, but do not come and comfort me in your arms. I am not sorrowing because of my own self or because of anything else. O King, I am sorrowing because you will have to be alone. O King, in the evening you will be thirsty, hungry, and exhausted from labor. You will be under a tree, and how will you exist without seeing me? Thus she was immersed in terrible grief and blazing in her anger. Weeping and miserable, she dashed here and there. In one instant, the lady would stand up. In another instant, she would fall down unconscious. In one instant, she was frightened. In another instant, she wept loudly. Bhima's faithful daughter was tormented by terrible grief. She was distraught and sighed again and again. Then she spoke in a fearful voice. Nishada is suffering because of the curse of some being, and may he also be miserable in grief. Whatever sorrow befalls us, may his sorrow be greater. May the evil-minded one who has done this evil to Nala meet his greater sorrow. May he live a life that is full of unhappiness. Thus did the wife of the great-souled king lament. She searched for her husband.
Roger, which page are we on? Sorry, I lost which page.
433.
433. Thank you.
Just at the end.
Okay.
About to turn.
Okay.
Thus did the wife of the great-souled king lament. She searched for her husband in that forest frequented by wild beasts. Bhima's daughter was like one maddened. She lamented and ran here and there, crying, "Alas, O king!" She dashed like one who has lost her senses. She repeatedly sorrowed and lamented in piteous tones, like a female osprey, and dried up. Suddenly, Bhima's daughter came upon a boa constrictor. As she came near, the giant one, who was hungry, grasped her, and as she was being devoured by the serpent, she was overcome by grief. She wasn't sorrowful because of her own self, but sorrowed more about Nishada. "Oh, protector, I am being devoured in this deserted forest by this serpent, like one unprotected. Why don't you rush here? Oh, Nishada, how will you live when my memories come back to you? You will be freed from evil. You will again obtain your senses, your intelligence, and your riches. O Nishada, O tiger among kings, O giver of respect, when you are tired and hungry and exhausted, who will reduce your fatigue?" At that time, a hunter of animals was roaming in the deep forest. He heard the sound of her cries and swiftly came to where she was. He saw the long-eyed one there, being devoured by the serpent. The hunter of animals swiftly came to her aid. With a sharp weapon, he severed the serpent's head. The one who lived off hunting slashed at the serpent until it was motionless. O descendant of the Bharata lineage! The hunter freed her and cleaned her with water. He comforted her and asked her if she had eaten some food. O one with the eyes of a deer! Whom do you belong to? Why have you come to this forest? O beautiful one! How is it that you have encountered this great difficulty? O Lord of the earth! O descendant of the Bharata lineage! On his asking, Damayanti told him everything, exactly as it had occurred. The hunter of animals saw that she was covered with only half a garment. Her breast and hips were heavy, her limbs were unblemished and delicate, her face was like the full moon, the lashes of her eyes were curved, and her speech was sweet. On seeing this, he was overcome by desire. In this state, the hunter spoke to her in soft and gentle words. But the beautiful one saw that he was comforting her out of desire. Damayanti was devoted to her husband. On realizing the wishes of the evil one, she was consumed by a terrible rage and seemed to blaze in anger. The evil-minded and mean one was about to violate her out of desire, but saw that the inviolate one seemed to be like the flame of a blazing fire. Deprived of her husband and her kingdom, the miserable Damayanti cursed in her anger, since the time of using words had passed. If I have never thought of anyone other than Nishada, then let this mean one, who makes a living out of animals, fall down dead. As soon as she had uttered these words, the one who made a living out of animals fell down lifeless on the ground, like a tree consumed by fire. 358. Brishadvasha said, when the lotus-eyed one had slain the killer of animals, she entered another deserted and dreadful forest, resounding with the sounds of many crickets. The forest was full of lions, tigers, boars, bears, rurus, and elephants. It was full of large numbers of diverse birds and was frequented by mlechas and bandits. It was dense with shala trees, bamboos, dabas, ashvatas, tindukas, ingudas, kimshukas, arjunas, arishtas, chandanas, shalmalas, jambus, mangoes, lodras, kadiras, shakas, cane, kashmaris, amlakas, Plakshas, Kadambas, Udumburas, Badaris, Bilvas, Nyagrodas, Priyalas, Talas, Karjuras, Haritakas, and Vibhitakas. She saw mountains there that were full of 100 different kinds of minerals, groves that resonated with the sound of birds, caves that were extraordinarily to behold, rivers, lakes, ponds, many types of animals and birds, a large number of pisachas, serpents, and rakshasas that were terrible in form, pools, tanks, mountain peaks everywhere, streams and wonderful oceans. There the daughter of the king of Vidarbha saw her herds of buffaloes, boars, bears, monkeys, and serpents. With supreme energy, fame, steadfastness, and beauty, the daughter of Vidarbha began to roam around alone, looking for Nala. King Bhima's daughter was not frightened of anything. She wandered in that terrible forest, oppressed by her husband's misfortune. O king, Vidarbha's daughter lamented in great misery. Her limbs suffered from sorrow over her husband and sought refuge on a slab of stone. Damayanti said, O one whose chest is like that of a lion, O mighty armed one, O ruler of the people of Nishada, O king, where have you gone, abandoning me in this deserted forest? O brave one, you have performed sacrifices like Ashwamedha and have given away large quantities of dakshina. O tiger among men, how is it that you have been false towards me? O tiger among men, O immensely radiant one, O bull among kings, O fortunate one, make the words you uttered in my presence come true. O Lord of the earth, you should also remember that the swans that roam in the sky said in your presence and what they said in my presence. O best among men, the four Vedas studied with their extended branches and sub-branches can be on one side and truth alone can balance them on the other side. O Lord of men, O destroyer of enemies, O brave one, therefore you should follow the truth and make true what you promised in my presence. Alas, brave one, O unblemished one, is it that I am no longer desired by you? Why do you not reply me in this terrible forest? This terrible and fearful king of the forest is oppressing me with its wide open jaws, as if it is hungry. Why don't you save me? You always used to say that I was your beloved, and there was no second one who was dearer. O king, descended from the Bharata lineage, O fortunate one, make the words you uttered earlier come true. O ruler of men, your beloved wife is lamenting like one maddened. You desire her, and she desires you. O protector, why don't you reply to me? I am thin, miserable, pale, and dirty. O Lord of the earth, I am clad only in half a garment. I am alone and lamenting like one unprotected. O large-eyed one, I am like a solitary deer that has strayed from its herd. O oppressor of enemies, you are deserving of honor, but you do not honor me when I am weeping thus. O great king, it is a faithful wife who is alone in this great forest. It is your wife who is speaking to you. Why don't you reply? O supreme among men, you were born in a noble lineage and have good conduct. You are handsome in all your limbs, but I do not see you today on this mountain. This great and terrible forest is frequented by lions and tigers. O ruler of Nishada, are you sleeping seated or standing there? O best of men, or have you left, extending my misery? I am oppressed by grief on account of you. In my misery, whom shall I ask? Have you by any chance seen King Nala wandering in this forest? Today, who will tell me if Nala is lost in the forest? He is handsome and great souled. He is the destroyer of enemy formations. I am looking for King Nala, with eyes like that of a lotus. Today, From whom will I hear the sweet words that he is here? The tiger, the king of the forest, is advancing to meet me. He is handsome, with 4 teeth and a mighty jaw, but I am not frightened of him. I will tell him, you are the king of the animals and the lord of this forest. Know me to be Damayanti, the daughter of the king of Vidarbha. I am the wife of the king of Nishada, Nala, the slayer of enemies. O lord of animals, I am alone and am looking for my husband. I am oppressed by sorrow and I am thin. If you have seen Nala, please comfort me. O lord of the forest, O supreme among animals, if on the other hand you know nothing about Nala, then eat me up and free me from this misery. The king of animals hears my lamentations in this forest, but on his own he makes his way towards the sweet waters of the river that flows to the ocean. This rocky mountain is sacred. It has many tall peaks. They are radiant and beautiful in their many hues. They stretch up to the sky. It is full of many minerals and is adorned with a myriad stones. It rises up like a flagstaff of this great forest. It is frequented by lions, tigers, elephants, boars, bears, and deer. It resounds on all sides with the noise of many types of birds. It is adorned with kimshukas, ashokas, bakulas, and punmagas. There are many streams and peaks frequented by birds. I will now ask this king of mountains about the king, Nala. O illustrious one, O best of mountains, O divine-looking one, O famous one, O bringer of much fortune, O one who holds up the hearse. I am seeking refuge with you, and I am bowing down before you. I am prostrating myself before you. Know that I am the daughter of a king. I am the daughter-in-law of a king. I am the wife of a king. I am famous by the name of Damayanti. My father is Mahabharata King Bhima, the lord of Vidarbha. He is the lord of the earth and the protector of the 4 Varnas. He has performed Rajasuya and Ashwamedha sacrifices and offered a lot of dakshina. He is a revered one, best among kings. He has eyes that are large, beautiful, and arched. He is like a Brahmana and observes righteous conduct. He follows the truth and is free from jealousy. He always follows good conduct and has great prosperity. He is pure and observes dharma. He is a lord who has defeated masses of his enemies. He is one who completely protects the subjects of Vidarbha. O illustrious one, know me, the one present before you, to be his daughter. O great mountain, my father-in-law is supreme among men and is the lord of Nishada. He is famous by the name of Virasena, a name that was well chosen. That king's son is brave and handsome, and truth is his valor. He inherited the kingdom from his father and rules it well. He is the destroyer of enemies and is known by the name of Nala and Punya Shloka. He is like a Brahmana and he is knowledgeable in the Vedas. He is eloquent and the performer of sacred deeds. He is a drinker of soma and maintains the fire, that is, the sacrificial fire. He performs sacrifices and is a giver. He is a warrior and rules fairly. O best of mountains, know that it is his wife who has come before you. I have lost my prosperity, and I am without my husband. I am without a protector, and I am beset by difficulty. I am looking for my husband, he who is supreme among the best of men. O supreme among mountains, you have hundreds of peaks that reach up into the sky. Is there any chance that you have seen King Nala in this terrible forest? His gait is like that of a king of elephants. He is valiant and wise. His arms are long, and he is easily angered. He is brave and follows the truth. My husband has 4 barons and is immensely famous. Is there any chance that Nala, king of the Nishadas, has been seen by you. O best of mountains, I am lamenting, and I am alone. I am desolate. Why don't you console me now, as you would a miserable daughter? O brave one, O valiant one, O one who is knowledgeable in Dharma, O one who is devoted to the truth, O Lord of the earth, O King, if you are in this forest, then show yourself. When will I again hear Nishada's gentle and deep voice, like the sound of the clouds and like nectar to me? Let the beautiful words of the great-souled king address me as daughter of Vidarbha. It is a voice that follows the sacred traditions, brings welfare, and is the dispeller of my sorrow. Brihadashva said, having spoken in this way to the best of the mountains, Damayanti, the daughter of the king, then left for the northern direction. After having wandered for 3 days and nights, the beautiful lady saw an unequaled forest. It was as beautiful as a celestial garden, and was populated by ascetics like Vashishta, Brigu, and Atri. These ascetics were self-controlled, restrained in food, and were calm and pure. They lived on water and air. They only ate leaves. They were immensely fortunate and had controlled their senses. They were desirous of seeing the path to heaven. They were clad in bark and deerskin. These sages had mastered their senses. She saw that beautiful circle of hermitages, populated by ascetics. She saw the cluster of hermitages, frequented by many kinds of animals and large numbers of monkeys, in addition to the ascetics. Her brows were lovely, her hair was beautiful, her hips were beautiful, her breasts were beautiful, her teeth and face were beautiful. She was radiant, and she walked firmly. Her firm gait was rolling. The one who was loved by Virasena's son entered the circle of hermitages. She was immensely fortunate and a gem among women. She was the proud Damayanti. She bowed in obeisance before the aged ascetics and stood there in humility. All the ascetics uttered words of welcome. Those who were rich in austerities showed her homage in accordance with the prescribed norms and asked her to seat herself. Tell us what we can do for you, they said. Then the one with the beautiful hips replied, O unblemished ones, O immensely fortunate ones, how do the austerities, the fires, dharma, the animals, and the birds fare? Does everything proceed well? How about the following of your own dharma? They said, O fortunate lady, O famous one, everything goes well here. You are flawless in all your limbs. Tell us who you are and what you wish for. We are greatly amazed at seeing your supreme beauty and radiance. Do not sorrow and be comforted. Are you the great goddess of this forest, or this mountain, or this river? O fortunate and unblemished one, tell us the truth. She told the rishis, O Brahmanas, I am not the goddess of this forest or this mountain, nor am I the goddess of this river. O you are who are rich in austerities, know me to be a woman. If all of you listen, I will tell you my account in detail. In the land of Vidarbha, there is an immensely radiant king by the name of Bhima. O supreme among Brahmanas, all of you know me to be his daughter. The immensely famous and wise Nala is the king of Nishada. He is brave and victorious in battle, and that lord of the earth is my husband. He devotes himself to worshipping the gods and takes care of the Brahmanas. He is immensely fortunate and immensely radiant, and is the protector of the lineage of Nishada. He observes the truth and is learned in Dharma. He is wise and devoted to the truth. He is the destroyer of enemies. He is like a Brahmana and is devoted to the gods. He is prosperous and the destroyer of the cities of enemies. That best of kings is named Nala, and his radiance is the equal of that of the king of the gods. He is my husband. His eyes are large and his face is like the full moon. He is the destroyer of enemies. He has made offerings of the chief sacrifices, and he is learned in the Vedas and the Vedangas. He is as resplendent as the sun and the moon, and he has killed his enemies in battle. That Lord of the earth was devoted to true Dharma. However, he was challenged to a game of dice by some evil ones among men, those who were skilled in deceit and wished him ill. He was defeated through their skills and deceit, and he lost his kingdom and his riches. Know me to be the wife of that bull among kings. Know that I am famous by the name of Damayanti, and desire to see my husband. I am miserable, and am wandering everywhere in these woods, mountains, lakes, rivers, ponds, and forests. I am sorrowfully searching for my husband Nala. He is great-souled, skilled in the use of weapons, and learned in war. O lords, by any chance, has a king by that name come to this beautiful hermitage? He is the lord of Nishada, and his name is Nala. O Brahmanas, it is for his sake that I have come to this dreadful, terrible, fearful, and horrible forest, frequented by tigers and animals. If I cannot find King Nala in a few days and nights, I will ensure my own welfare by freeing myself from this body. What is the purpose of being alive without that bull among men? What will become of me now, oppressed as I am of sorrow from my husband? Thus did Damayanti, Bhima's daughter, lament, alone in that forest. The ascetics, who always spoke the truth, told her, O fortunate one, O beautiful one, the consequence of all this will be fortunate. Through the power of austerities, we can see that you will soon find Nishada Nala, the ruler of Nishada, and the destroyer of his enemies. O Bhima's daughter, you will see the best of those who uphold Dharma. You will be freed from his fever and absolved of all his sins. You will be adorned with all the gems. You will be in the supreme city and will defeat all his enemies. O fortunate one, you will see your husband the king in fortunate circumstances, creating fear in the minds of his enemies and dispelling sorrow from the mind of his well-wishers. Having thus spoken to Nala's beloved queen, the daughter of a king, the ascetics disappeared, together with their sacrificial fires and their hermitages. On witnessing this greatly extraordinary event, Damayanti, whose limbs were unblemished, and who was the daughter-in-law of Virasena, was astounded. Was it a dream that I saw? What had occurred here? Where are all the ascetics, and where is that circle of hermitages? Where are the pure water of that beautiful river, frequented by many kinds of birds? Where is that mountain now, adorned with fruits and flowers? Bhima's daughter, the sweet-smiling Damayanti, sought about these for some time. She was miserable because of sorrow for her husband, and her face turned pale. She went to another region. She lamented, her voice choking with sobs, and her eyes filled with tears. Then she saw an Ashoka tree there. She went to that flowering Ashoka tree, supreme among trees. It was weighed down with its branches and resounded with the notes of birds. Alas, in the midst of this forest, there is this beautiful tree. Burdened under its weight, it is as beautiful as the king of Dramida. Footnote: it is not obvious what Dramida is. It could be that Dravida is meant. Alternatively, there might be a typo because some regional versions have Parvata instead of Dramida. And a footnote. O beautiful Ashoka, free me from my sorrow. Is there any chance that you have seen the king freed from sorrow and fear? He who is named Nala is Damayanti's beloved husband and the destroyer of enemies. Have you seen my beloved, the king of the Nishadas? His body and skin are delicate, and he is attired in only half a garment. Suffering through his vice, the brave one has resorted to the forest. O Ashoka, act accordingly, so that I can go away from you without any sorrow. O Ashoka, be truthful to your name. Be the one who removes sorrow and dispel my sorrow. Thus did the distressed one speak to the Ashoka tree, and circled it thrice. Then, Bhima's beautiful daughter entered a region that was even more terrible. She saw many trees and many streams there, many beautiful mountains and many kinds of animals and birds. Wandering in search of her husband, Bhima's daughter saw many valleys, slopes, and extraordinary rivers. After the sweet-smiling Damayanti had travelled for a long time, she saw a large caravan with many elephants, horses, and chariots. It was climbing along the banks of a beautiful river with clear and pure water. The water was cool and the river was wide. It had pools and was covered with cane. It resounded to the noise of cranes, ospreys, and chakravakas. Chakravakas, the ruddy goose. It was full of tortoises, crocodiles, and large fish, and adorned with sandbanks and islands. As soon as Nala's famous wife saw that large caravan, the one with the beautiful hips approached it and entered among the people there. She was sorrowful and looked like one demented. She was covered in only half a garment. She was thin, pale, and dirty. Her hair were covered with dust. On seeing her thus, some of the men were frightened and began to run away. Others began to think about this, while others cried out. Some laughed at her, and others showed her their anger. O descendant of the Bharata lineage! But there were some who took pity on her and began to ask her questions. O fortunate one! Who are you, and whom do you belong to? What are you looking for in this forest? We are sorrowful on seeing you. Are you by any chance a woman? Tell us truthfully. Are you the goddess of the forest, the mountain, or the region? O fortunate one! We are seeking refuge with you. Are you a yakshi or a rakshashi? Or a beautiful woman? Comfort us in every way. O unblemished one, protect us. O fortunate one, ensure in every way that this caravan can swiftly leave this place. Ensure this. We seek refuge with you. Damayanti, the king's daughter, was thus addressed by the men from the caravan. Oppressed because of her husband's vice, the faithful one then replied to the leader of the caravan and the men who were there, young and old and children, and the ones who were the guides of the caravan. Know me to be a woman. I am the daughter of a king of men. I am the daughter-in-law of a king, and I am the wife of a king. I am yearning to catch sight of my husband. The king of Vidarbha is my father. My husband is the king of Nishada. He is immensely famous by the name of Nala, and it is that unvanquished one that I am searching for. If you know about the king, quickly tell me about my beloved Nala. He is a tiger among kings and the destroyer of masses of his enemies. The leader of that large caravan was named Shuchi. On hearing the words of the unblemished one, he replied, O fortunate one, listen to my words. O sweet smiling one, I am a merchant and the leader of this caravan. I have not seen a man by the name of Nala. I have only seen this fearful forest frequented by elephants, leopards, buffaloes, tigers, bears, and deer. No man inhabits it. May Manibhadra, the king of the Yakshas, favor us today. She then told all the merchants and the leader of the caravan, Please tell me, where is this caravan going? The leader of the caravan replied, This caravan belongs to Subahu, the truthful king of Chedi. O daughter of a king, it is going swiftly to that country for the sake of a prophet. And I think we should rest it here.
Oh, I mean, that's a cliffhanger, man. You got to go on a bit. Sorry.
The whole point of a cliffhanger is to make you come back on
No,
time.
but we started late, so we're a little bit, you know.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. No way. I see your game. Just go later and later.
Yeah.
No, actually, I have to go and get some milk.
Oh, I'm really tired as well. I was up since 3:30. I want to go to bed.
Okay, let's call it a day.
Sorry.
That was an amazing cliffhanger. Oh my God.
Innit?
I have to say, oh, wait a minute,
That'd be good.
let me go on video.
Yeah, you want to turn off the recording?
Yeah, okay. Where is it? Up here.